Hello everyone and welcome to Yoshi 1 Kenobi's Codie Vociferous Codex Turbo Reanimator deck. In this deck, we aim to play Codie the Vociferous Codex. Now when we have this legendary 1/4 into play, we can't cast permanent spells. But we can still put permanent spells into play via reanimation cards. And that's the entire game plan of this deck. Also, we get to pay 4 to get 5 mana, and whenever we cast a spell with that 5 mana, then we get to cast a spell from our library, an instant or sorcery, pretty much at random, that costs less than the instant or sorcery that we've casted. So here's the idea of the deck. We play 2 drops that discard cards. What are we discarding? Big monsters. Koma can win games on its own. Velomachus Lorehold will find more Reanimator cards, or more draw spells, or even a board wipe when it attacks as it enters the battlefield. Dreamtrawler and Massacre Wurm are just solid threats to round up our big creatures pool. Then we're playing 8 copies of Reanimator cards. One that gives our creature lifelink, and the other one that we get to foretell to cast on turn 4 if it so happens. Then we're playing 4 copies of Storm's Wrath as the middle ground, which allows us to attack with Velomachus Lorehold and board wipe our opponent's side of the field while keeping our massive dragon on the battlefield and attacking. Also, we can get it for free when casting one of our Reanimator spells via Codie. If Codie doesn't hit the Storm's Wrath, then Codie's going to be hitting a draw spell, allowing us to fetch more reanimation card and ensuring we don't run out of gas. Also, you never know when the 2 life from a Thrilling Discovery off of Codie can help you stay in the game. If you want to see an example, well, maybe game 1 will give you a hint. Speaking of games, why don't we see this masterpiece of Codie Vociferous Codex Turbo Reanimator pile in action with some games. We are playing Codie Vociferous Codex Turbo Reanimator against Norin Rad on MTG Arena Standard. This hand's pretty yucky. Let's mulligan. This hand's pretty good. Let's keep. What do we return? I need a cathartic reunion. So I think Return Upon the Tide has to go. Fireblade Charger. Points on mono red. Alright, we top deck another revival spell. When it hits us with a Fireblade Charger. Hopefully holding back a Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. That's less damage than actually casting the Rimrock Knight. Let's go with the white source here. And Cathartic Reunion, Koma, and the tap land. Drawing 3. Alright, that's good stuff. Rimrock Knight. Another Fireblade Chargers. Opponent swings for 1. Here we go, Black Source Codie. You ain't seen nothing yet, mono red opponent. Thorbrand. 5 plus 6, that's 11. We're still alive. Alright. Well, we need to play this. Play it on black. Activate Codie. And cast Unbreakable Bond as we get a Koma and a free Cathartic Reunion. Send the lands back. And we'll pass the turn back. Point Frostbite Koma. Point casts Anax, Hardened in the Forge. They're still alive. We blocked Rimrock Knight, we sacked the token. We'll gain 6, take 6. Indestructible. Thank you very much. You get a token, but so do we. Alright, I think we want a Storm's Rat now. What do we have in the bin? Not much. We can always revive Codie later. Oh no, we can't Storm's Rat. Still have that double red problem. We can cast Return Upon the Tide. We don't have a target, which is a problem. We just sit back, hold died. Yeah, we'll want a Storm's Rat next turn, and then having Unbreakable Bonds is going to be great. Let's foretell this Return Upon the Tide, and end the turn. Codie on defense, defense. I think we have to bet on no Embercleave. Or we tap Annex. Yeah, maybe we tap Annex in combat. Then we block, block, block. Yeah, tap Annex. Number cleaving Annex is always too much. Alright, opponent doesn't have it. You get a Koma again. The problem is Annex is going to view 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a lot of tokens. But since Torbrand dies at the same time as Fireblade Charger, we won't take too much. Okay. Let's Codie. Let's make Koma indestructible. Let's Storm's Rat. We get to draw. Oh, I'll get to cast Trilling Discoveries. Which will gain us some life. You do take 2 points of damage off of this. Trilling Discoveries. As much as I like Codie, I think we have enough gas. Have you free lifelinking attack, but the opponent has Castle Emberet, so we want the 2 blockers. I think we're in a good spot here. Okay, not as good as a spot. Block, block, we'll take 9, heal for 6. We're still alive. Barely, but surely. Let's gain indestructible. Storm's Rat, yet again. And that's enough. The lifelinking Koma beats Mono Red every time with the help of the good old Codie Vociferous Codex, helping us to draw enough cards to find more Storm's Rat, more reanimation, and just more gas. We are playing Codie Vociferous Codex Turbo Reanimator on MTG Arena Standard against Bair Fangs. That's pretty good. We're just missing something to throw to the garbage to reanimate it. But we will definitely keep. Temple of Triumph goes first. Looking for something to throw away. A big creature. One's on mono green, apparently. Oh no. It's one of those Witterbloom decks. Well, we only have one move on turn 2, and that's foretelling the return upon the tide. That one's a recast. Okay, it's a drain for 1 type of effect. So our game plan is going to be seize the spoils next turn, then Storm's Rat, keeping Codie safe from the Storm's Rat in our hand. Or do we want the extra draw? Most Trick Beast is a bit of a problem. My Twitch. That's the definition of going wide. Do we want to seize the spoil now? Oh, questions, questions. I think I want to draw off of Codie. And stem the bleeding a little bit. So I'll go Codie right now. I'll pass the turn back. It serves as a blocker, so it should prevent some of the lower power creatures from attacking. Or at the very least, block Witterbloom Apprentice. Then on our turn, we get Storm's Rat, which will fetch us another draw discard type of effect. Opponent's reading Codie. Alright, Codie keeping attackers at bay since 2021. Come on, go wide with a bunch of weak creatures. You know you want to. Don't cast a sacrifice spell. We don't want none of those. Opponent wants to kill Codie. Oh, okay. Bump the Forbidden. Drain, drain, drain. Our life total is going down the drain. That's for sure. That changes things a little bit. Sitchmore Witch. Alright, we're back to plan A, which is sorry, Codie. It's not going to work, because it's just going to give us 1 mana of every type. Still think we need a Storm's Rat here. So I think we just throw away Codie. Sorry, my friend. Everything must die. It is for the greater good, you know. Actually, we could probably revive Codie. It return upon the tide. As the opponent's trying to drain us to death. Cling to dust. Okay. Opponent doesn't know that we're playing Reanimator now. Yet. I'll return upon the tide. Bring back Codie. Play a Triumph, and pass the turn back. Yeah, that's awkward. That Cling to Dust hanging around in our opponent's graveyard now that we just played a reanimation card is definitely awkward. But the opponent still has to play stuff. Otherwise, we'll beat you down with our 1/4. Dyna Soul Steeper. For gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. With the Bastion of Remembrance, every creature will drain us for 2. That's something that's 2 creatures. So the opponent can pretty much kill us on the next turn. Until we wipe the board again. But this time we'll actually get Codie's ability. Yeah. Sorry. Got a Storm's Rat. Love the board. We could drain for a bit. But I'll gain 2 life off this. Discard 2 cards. I don't really need to seize the spoil now. Yeah. No, actually, in case I draw a creature to discard, I'll keep it. Alright, well, let's play this for red. And let's seize the spoils. Discarding these 2. Oh, discarding 1. Alright, discard a Cathartic Reunion. That's not what we're looking for. We need a big creature. We need it pretty fast, too. Cling to Dusk. Opponent's tired of our Codie shenanigans. Exiles Codie with the Cling. Just too bad. Opponent's very clingy. Should be holding on to those, though. Jasper Sentinel. Alright, well, let's cycle the Triome. See what we find. Trolling Discoveries. Let's play the Blight Step. And Trolling Discovery is that we're going to go off of our Reanimator build. Because there's just too many clings. Opponent's very clingy, you know. Let me draw more reanimation cards. Okay. Let's foretell Return Upon the Tide. Pass the turn back. Really want our Lorehold here. Or Massacre Wurm. One of the two. Yeah, there's not much. We don't have creatures in our graveyard. We have this Koma in hand. When exiles Return Upon the Tide. This is an awkward yet interesting game. 36. We have at least 4 good hits. Temple of Manus not being one of those good hits. But at least it's a scry. Sure. Why not? Pass the turn back. Maybe I should have kept one of the Reanimator cards that give lifelink. Do we still have one of those? Yank. Return Upon Tide, Return Upon Tide. We have 2 Unbreakable Bonds in the graveyard. Opponents cashing in their graveyard for their Cling to Dust. And not committing too much to the board. But when they do commit stuff, we're going to lose. Alright, well, it's time for the reunion. Let's discard these 2. Still looking for Lorehold. Unbreakable Bond and a land. Well, let's go for it. Come on, no Cling. Lifelinking Koma. No Cling. Alright, you have a lifelinking Koma. Pass the turn back. And now do we just die to creatures sacrificing themselves? That's also a problem. A potential problem. Opponent has 5 cards in hand. I'm not sure what these cards are. What will you do? Sedgemoor Witch. That is fine. Bastion of Remembrance. That is starting to be dangerous. Thankfully we still have that Storm's Rat. Opponent taps for more mana. Uh-oh. Yep, Plumb the Forbidden. And there goes our life total. So close! So close! We're gonna gain life, Storm's Rat, and everything would have gone better. But the opponent killed us with, well, 1,000 paper cuts. Which is what that Golgari Witterbloom deck does. Still a close game. We are playing Codie Vociferous Codex Turbo Reanimator against Collector GP on MTG Arena Standard. Alright, that's fairly good. We just need a discard spell now. Oh, opponent's playing Death Touch. And there's our discard spell. Sorry, Codie, you're probably gonna have to chump block at some point. Shovel Bane of Monsters. It's the poison that kills. Let's discard these two. Mountain. Draw 3. Ooh, Storm's Rat. I like that. Actually, maybe I won't run out Codie on turn 3. Although Codie into Koma is just so good. Alright, let's play our Vociferous Codex. We can no longer cast permanents. Not that we intend on casting permanents. Anyways. Alright. Put a counter on Codie. Codie has a bounty. Guess worse things have already have been said before. Are about to lose to the Tome. No blocks. Definitely no blocks. Extinction event. Opponent does not want us to play Codie. Absolutely not. He'll have none of that. Alright, I'll play this on black. We'll have a Thrilling Discovery, where we throw a Koma in a Needle-Rich pathway. Find more stuff. We'll foretell the return upon tide. How's the turn back? Or cast the Velomachus Lorehold. Shovel. Goes through the motions and attacks. Then I'll play Blightstep that way and revive a lifelinking Koma. Opponent's in awe at the awesome stuff that we're doing, and with good reasons. Don't kill it, please. Velomachus Lorehold, trying to dig for more stuff. Opponent marks Koma. Now Koma has the mark of lifelink and the mark of Chevel's Bounty. Although, if you're hunting Cosmo Serpents, I think you might consider less dangerous professions, or at the very least have very good insurance policies. Flying Death Touch Haste. Alright. Now you're talking. Velomachus Lorehold. The Death Touchers rally, swinging for 2 in the air. We will take it. Now you're starting to have a bit too many Death Touchers, so we will make Koma indestructible, and we'll rat the board. Except Koma, of course. Koma's gonna swing in your face, ensure that we're at healthy life total, before bringing back a Protection Serpent. Well, protection. I mean, if that coil was in charge of protecting these stones weren't protected very well. Pretty good job at protecting Koma, though. As the opponent resigns, in the face of Koma, the Cosmo Serpent with lifelink. We're playing Codie, Vociferous Codex Turbo Reanimator on MTG Arena Standard against the Sun Kid. Alright, you're gonna be playing like a squid and throw some ink in my face. That seems to be your game plan, as we'll keep this fantastic hand, actually. We get a Savai Trial first. Opponent has a Plains in Lurrus, so no rogues. Seems to be mono white brew. Well, brew. Mono white build, I should say. Split this on red. And have a Trilling Discovery. Throwing a Massacre Wurm. And Tartic Reunion? Ooh, and we hit Codie. Ah, no untap land though. That makes me a little sad inside. Lin and Light Scribe. Okay. But the multi-spells, this can be crazy pretty fast. Swinging for 4. Untap land. Alright. I could go Codie and then next turn bring back, yes, a Massacre Wurm. That's perfect. Can you deal with my Vociferous Codex? That is the question. Come on, just make a large field full of creatures with less than 2 toughness. I dare you. Please don't exile Codie. Oh, actually, I still need an untapped land. Maybe I should have thought this through. Well, I guess welcome to Spell Spamming 101. That's a lot of damage. Truly is. I'm not blocking that. I'll take 13. Down to 5. Show of confidence. Alright, I'm dead. That's a lot of damage. Not gonna lie. Codie was just overwhelmed. That's too bad, because that Massacre Wurm would have been sweet. We are playing Codie, Vociferous Codex Turbo Reanimator on MTG Arena Standard against a Pathfinder. We get to go first with a lot of draws. So we're gonna keep this. Hopefully the opponent's not playing rogues. Lurrus has a tendency to be rogues-ish. Don't really want the Savai Triumph. Let's try again. Top decking a Koma is pretty good. The opponent is on rogues. Alright. So the opponent will mill stuff for us. Split this on black. Then let's start helping our opponent. I might want that Storm's Wrath. I'll discard a land. We're drawing 3, so odds are we'll draw another land. Okay. Now we have the Unbreakable Bond. So we will be able to bring back Koma. Temple of the Teeth. Nothing sorcery, so we're gonna have to play it now. Play this on red. Seize the spoils. Discarding Dream Trawler. Top decking a Velomachus Lorehold. I would really like it if the opponent could tap out. Like that's just perfect. What's more backbreaking, Koma or Dream Trawler? I'd say Dream Trawler is about... They're both really good. Let's go Koma. There's very few counter spells that will deal with Koma. Thief Guild's Enforcer does not prevent it. And Koma enters the battlefield. And that's a lifelink in Koma. Yeah, it has a counter on it, so you can't Heartless act it. If that was your plan, well, you'll have to find a better one. Makes it fairly hard to deal with Koma. You need instant speed removal that doesn't care about that +1/+1 counter. Soaring Tot Thief will not do the trick. You get a mill me. That's okay. Oh no! You're planning on drowning Koma. That will indeed work. Which is unfortunate. We'll still get it 3-3. Alright. So now we have a 6/6 indestructible life linker. And things get interesting. Opponent plays a Wind Robber. Thieves Guild Enforcer mills us. Opponent moves to combat. Opponent does not dare attack. Opponent wants to draw cards. And passes the turn back. Alright. We'll make another one of these. We like him serpents. Now I kind of want a Storm's Wrath here. Let's make you indestructible. Opponent's thinking about flashing in another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Goodbye, everything. You do get to sacrifice that Wind Robber. No, that's okay. You get to take down the rest. Swing for 6, gain 6, play the Savai Triumph and pass the turn back. As Koma attempts to make another buddy. We're getting pretty close to just hard casting Lorehold. Opponent keeps on drawing. Well, the mill plan is actually a good plan, considering the amount of cards we can go through if we start casting Thrilling Discovery and Cathartic Reunion. Which I'm kind of going against at this point. We have a solid Koma on the board. So I guess that means we are in a solid Koma, but we're winning the game. That doesn't sound right. We have another Unbreakable Bond. That should all but seal the deal if it resolves. Opponent can block. That's okay. Still get to deal 3 with the Serpent. And Rogues is actually fairly poorly equipped to deal with this type of pressure. You will play this on, doesn't matter. And cast Unbreakable Bond, targeting Dream Trawler. Because when Koma is not enough to close the game immediately, you need a Dream Trawler with a lifelink token on it. It's really all about intimidating our opponent. Your puny rogues are nothing in front of my army of serpents, cosmic serpents, and close enough. Cosmic serpents invading the universe. Are gonna have to do better than that. And so we crush rogues. No Codie, but we still crush rogues. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It won't cost you any mana, and it greatly helps to support this channel and keep the awesome videos coming. Until next time, may the fun be with you.